Welcome to Friends of Dorothy, Icons, a special summer series of retrospectives, musical extravaganzas that feature some of the most legendary queer and queer beloved artists of the last half a century, presented by writer-director David Rector and in partnership with Joy 94.9. Hello, tonight, Icon times 2. Yes, double trouble, but twice the value. The most successful British duo in history. Well, pop music history. With record sales of over 100 million. I can't imagine what the last 40 years would have been like without the sensibilities and dazzling sounds of the Pet Shop Boys. And it all started with this.
Sometimes you're better off dead. There's a gun in your hand and it's pointing at your head. You think you're mad, too unstable, kicking in chairs and knocking down tables in a restaurant in a West End town. Call the police, there's a madman around, running down underground to a dive bar in a West End town. In a West End town, a dead end world, the East End boys and West End girls. In a West End town, a dead end world, the East End boys and West End girls. West End girls. Too many shadows, whispering voices, faces on posters, too many choices. If, when, why, what, how much have you got? Have you got it, do you get it? If so, how often? Which do you choose, a hard or soft option? In a West End town, a dead end world, the East End boys and West End girls. In a West End town, a dead end world, the East End boys and West End girls. West End girls. West End girls. In a West End town, a dead end world, the East End boys and West End girls. Ooh, West End town, a dead end world, East End boys, West End girls. West End girls. You got a heart of glass or a heart of stone. Just you wait till I get you home. We've got no future, we've got no past. Here today, built to last in every city and every nation, from Lake Geneva to the Finland station. And a West End town, a dead end world, the East End boys and West End girls. A West End town, a dead end world, East End boys, West End girls. West End girls. West End girls. West End girls.
Whilst the original recording of West End Girls in 1984 wasn't successful, a reworked version the next year would prove to be the springboard for lead singer Neil Tennant and musician and composer Chris Lowe, better known as the Pet Shop Boys. The track resonated with pop culture vultures all over the world and would be their first chart topper, both in their homeland and across the Atlantic. A significant achievement for a debut. So, what was next? Well, 15 studio albums, 5 long players, 4 EPs, and a staggering 70 plus singles. What came straight after their breakthrough? A long player called Please, and 2 prophetic releases. A song titled Love Comes Quickly, and then Opportunities, in brackets, let's make lots of money. And boy, did they ever. But I'm going to skip to 1987 and their second long player, Actually, and a wonderful piece of wry campery.
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is launch ready.
That dramatic pop dance hit was the one that made me sit up and take notice of the Pet Shop Boys. Released in the middle of 1987, it was another chart topper and is something of a signature tune for them. But that said, in a 40-year career, there are so many that could fit that bill. I just adored the whole package of this song, and the queer community identified with the darker themes of the recording. A contradictory mantra, in that it wasn't celebrating shame, but certainly puts it front and centre in a vibey track. We were told for so long that who we were and what we did was sinful, but here the Pet Shop Boys were actually trying to neutralise all that shame and turn it into a dance floor filler, and remove the cachet of the three-letter word, sin. I found this quote from Neil Tennant fascinating. It's a Sin, at its heart, is a heavy metal record. There is a huge link between high NRG music and heavy metal. The urgency, the chords, the slightly histrionic melody. And, he declared, people took it really seriously. The song was written in about 15 minutes and was intended as a camp joke, and it wasn't something I consciously took very seriously. I love how they have subverted all the religiosity inherent to the song's themes and turned it into a queer anthem. It is quintessential Pet Shop Boys. And if that extravaganza wasn't spectacular enough, behold this next queer classic.
this? What have I done to deserve this? What have I done to deserve this?
The follow-up to It's a Sin was that moody but compelling rainbow gem with another self-deprecating lyric. What Have I Done to Deserve This featured the brilliant vocals of Dusty Springfield, another friend of Dorothy, but a closeted one it seemed. What a sonic marriage and a revival of epic proportions for the legendary pop singer who had been a superstar in the 1960s. In fact, by 1987, Dusty was considered a has-been, as she hadn't scored a hit since 1970, despite releasing countless albums and singles in the ensuing years. The Pet Shop Boys label didn't want her to share the vocal, suggesting Tina Turner or Barbra Streisand, as they were extremely popular at the time. Neil Tennant had cited Dusty in Memphis as one of his most beloved records, so he insisted that it go to Dusty. However, Dusty declined at first, as she was unaware of the band or their sound, but after listening to West End Girls, had a change of mind. I think it is a thing of beauty, thanks to the wistful lyric and the exquisite tones of the guest vocalist, as well as Neil's trademark phrasing and delivery. It just sizzles. And it became Dusty's biggest success in America, and it would be the start of an ongoing collaboration between them. I'm going to skip over their next single, Rent, even though it was another significant gay composition and recording, but there are so many to squeeze into an hour, so instead I'll spin one of their best known. And it was a cover. The Pet Shop Boys, to mark the 10th anniversary of the death of the King, Elvis Presley, performed Always on My Mind on a television program, a big success for him back in 1972, and it was so keenly received they recorded it and issued it as an itinerant single at the end of 1987. It has gone on to become one of their most recognised and streamed hits, and its high NRG treatment with that emotive lyric helped it to become another chart topper. So many artists have memorialised Always on My Mind, including Willie Nelson just 5 years earlier, but in the hands of the Pet Shop Boys, it is dance floor gold. Their synth pop arrangements and Neil's distinctive voice propelled the duo to the forefront of the culture, a place they would remain for decades to come. I'm going to push past their third album, Introspective, which featured extended versions of what would become 7-inch records, like Domino Dancing and Left to My Own Devices, to their fourth long player called Behaviour in late 1990, and this was its first release. So Hard is a kick-ass of a record which explored more queer interpersonals. Co-writer Chris Lowe credited Donna Summer's producer Giorgio Moroder and his production style for the sounds used on the track. It is another example of where the duo used a really intricate wall of sound to shine a light on some intimate emotions, now a trademark of the Pet Shop Boys: form, style and themes. So radio-friendly as well, manna from heaven for the dance floors, and the queer community couldn't get enough of the band and their mixes, which were always prolific and extended and with plenty of beats per minute. But the Pet Shop Boys were not a disposable pop band with repetitive refrains. They traversed social issues, politics and mores in their compositions, in full display in this moody and moving hit.
Dressed up in thoughts and thoughts make amends, and we were
Neil Tennant has talked publicly about losing friends from HIV/AIDS and how being boring was inspired by such life-changing events and the need for reflective periods to gauge both the past, the future, and definitely that cataclysmic present for so many millions of gay men and others dealing with the virus and its devastating impact. It is another complex track in that its arrangement denotes some degree of uplift, whilst there is also a sombre and wistful lyric and vocal performance. I think it is one of their very best. A complete change of pace and theme on this next gem. Another guest performance by the Pet Shop Boys, this time an AIDS charity, led to a recording and release of a classic, this time a cover of the Village People anthem, Go West. An irrepressibly positive earworm, this 1993 track was another massive success in England and was found on their fifth long player, Very, which came 3 years after their last, and gifted the pair with their first UK #1 album. Such was their popularity, fans were delighted to have another opus from the Pet Shop Boys. And no retrospective on this iconic queer band could be complete without what will be up next. A quietly solemn and, well, complex song.
Lights, models, guest list. Just do your best, darling.
Fabulous, wonderful individual. Thank you. And remember, I've known you longer than your daughter.
Champa's alright for you, Pat.
Lovely, sweetie.
Should we finish off the beluga or should we have some smoked salmon and nibbly things?
Or whatever, sweetie.
Alright, we'll finish off the beluga.
Dolls, soulless, dancing. Beep, 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 bop, bop, bop. Dolls, soulless, dancing.
Right on time, right on time. Techno, techno, bloody techno, darling.
It's fabulous, darling. It's fabulous. Good.
Chanel, Dior, Lagerfeld, Givenchy, Gaultier, darling. Names, names, names.
Harper's, Tatler, English Vogue, American Vogue, French Vogue, bloody ABBA, bloody Sinian, bloody Vogue, darling. La Croix, sweetie. La Croix. La Croix, sweetie. La Croix. Sweetie, 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 sweetie. Pump up the volume.
Just pop the needle off the record. Pump up the volume.
Get ready for this, sweetie. I'm chanting as we speak. Bye-bye, darling. Sweetie, 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 sweetie. I'm chanting as we speak. Bye-bye, darling.
Champa's alright for you, Pat.
Oh, he was just a windscreen washer I picked up at the traffic lights. Buns so tight he was bouncing off the walls.
Bye, Pat.
La Croix, sweetie. La Croix, sweetie. La Croix, sweetie. La Croix.
Let the music lift you up, darling.
Dolls, soulless, dancing.
Bloody Pet Shop Boys, sweetie.
Get ready for this, sweetie. I'm chanting as we speak. Bye-bye, darling. Sweetie, 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 sweetie. It's fabulous. Good, thank you.
What more needs to be said? Dull, soulless dance music. Check out the video to see the wonderful Jennifer Saunders and Joanna Lumley wreak havoc in front of Neil and especially Chris, who uncharacteristically is forced to smile broadly. It's a real hoot. It's fabulous. Good. Thank you. a lesser known but significant gem in the discography of the Pet Shop Boys. Curiously, despite its anthemic title, Liberation was only a moderate success, but it is swooning and heartfelt. It is all too easy to reduce a recording artist to just one style of pop, but there is no doubt that the pair explored a lot of themes and ideas during their 40-year career that is still alive and kicking. For those that think that the Pet Shop Boys were only a British beloved act, or American, you would be wrong. Their fan base covers the entire planet, as their world tours have been proof positive. I had to squeeze in this next track, in part as it has an international flavour, and it is so darn infectious. Another trademark of Neil and Chris's music. They had an uncanny knack for writing and creating pop gems. Se a Vida É from 1996's Bilingual is just a perfect, bliss-filled motivator of a track. In the 30 years Beyond this point, the Pet Shop Boys have continued to write, record, another 9 long players, and tour. But I have clearly run out of time. I fervently hope that the selections played tonight have well represented their genius, as that is undeniably what the British pair are. Gay, lesbian, bi or trans, and everyone else. The music of the Pet Shop Boys has been part of now 2 generations of folks, and it has delighted, inspired, and moved us with its distinctive and vibey form of pop and dance music. They are the sublimiest. Yes, I mangled the word, but you get me. Sublimiest of Friends of Dorothy icons. Here's some more to love as I part company with you. Thanks for listening. You have been listening to the retrospective series Friends of Dorothy Icons in partnership with Joy 94.9. For more fabuloso content, head to friendsofdorothy.in, that's IN, and you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you for listening.